let's get to the story. So I'm going to read it for everybody because I love, you know, I love the story and I want to ask it the correct way. So I always go, do you have a funny or scary story to share about a showing, a transaction, etc.? So the floor is yours.
So it was an extremely, I don't remember the age, but it was an extremely old house.
So
And
let's
my
set the
client,
stage. Let's set the stage.
yes,
You're working with this client, you've looked at a number of properties.
yeah, so it's a past client.
Okay.
She called, she's like, "Hey Amanda, I'd love to look at this house. It's an old historical home and like on like several acres." And she goes,
Oh
"I
boy.
know it needs work. Let's go take a look." I'm like,
Okay.
"Okay." Well, prior to that, what I didn't tell her at that time is that seller had called to interview me as a realtor. Of course, it
For
was one of those ones I did not get.
okay, so for
Okay.
that particular house.
Yes, I
Okay.
had been in that home already.
Okay.
And so the seller and I did not hit it off. It
Got
was
it.
one of those ones I walked away and you're like, oh, I hope she doesn't call me back.
Yeah, we're like, I'm good if I don't get this one. I'm
One
with
of
it.
those. And then later I learned more about her and that house and just some crazy family stuff. And I'm like, whew, that's one I'm glad I didn't get.
Yeah.
So I didn't tell my client that, and we went and looked at this house. Well, we're going through this house, and the house needed work. Vacant, no cameras anywhere. So she's a past client. We are freely talking about this house,
Now, question
and
for you.
it's not
Are
all
you
positive.
when you had this meeting, did you
Mhm.
meet in the house when you had the
The
potential
seller,
list? Yes, the
mhm,
seller.
yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, walk
Met in
that
the
whole house,
house.
that stuff.
Were
Perfectly.
any vibes at that
Nope,
time
no,
outside of the
nothing.
client? Okay.
Nothing,
All right.
nothing. Went back with my client. We're freely walking this house, talking, making comments that I'm sure if the sellers did hear would not like it. It was one of
Okay.
those
Right.
conversations.
Understood.
Made even a couple comments about the seller because she was a past client of mine. I knew her very well. I considered her a friend. And we just kind of were laughing. So we went down into the cellar
Oh,
and I go in cellars all the time. We don't think nothing of it. We're standing down there talking, and it was as if someone was standing between her and I, and they actually whistled a song.
a song.
A song, like a tune, like a tune. They whistled a tune. It was not faint. It was clear as can be. We looked at each other. I wish someone would have had a recording of our face and went running out of that cellar.
Oh my gosh, you got my eyes watering. That is so crazy.